Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be putting together the blue Tang. I did have to order this on eBay. I was unable to find it. So this is how it comes. We have the resin. I love that they went with yellow rocks. Here's the Tang. Nice little color scheme there. And then my favorite part is the coral. It's beautiful. It's like a light pink, but it has like a pearlescent shimmer to it. So let's go ahead and start building this. So here is what it's going to look like at the end. And the instructions, what I've learned from doing so many of the fish, is that you want to layer it, but I layer it more than what they do. So I'm going to probably cure it a few times, maybe. And let it sit on the counter for a while so that all the bubbles can come out. It's an easy way to get those bubbles as minimal as possible. So let's start with the rocks, and you don't need too much rocks, but I'm going to put some in and mash it down. Okay, so I will need more than that, but you want to make sure that the fish are going to be under the water because they are on a little stand. So maybe start with that, and then I'll add the fish and a little piece of coral, and then you could always remove it and add more if you want. These little containers can be hard to grab. Oh my gosh, how cute. Just a little bit of yellow on there, which will accent the rocks. I think that'll be perfect. And then here is the coral. So they have the coral off to the side and the fish kind of like in front of it. I like to try to bury the base of it. And this can be tricky to move everything around. See, now the rocks are going up. Where's my tweezers? Okay, I think I have it how I want it. Look at it from all angles. It's kind of hard with that container because it's a little reflective, but yeah. I think I can add some of the resin in. I'm not going to add much. And then I'm going to let it set here probably for like 10 minutes before I cure it. So I'll put a dab over there, and that'll kind of start dispersing across the rocks. And you could move it, tilt it if you want to help make it run. Could probably put another one over here. And this is how I've learned the best way to minimize all those big bubbles you get. Just let it sit so they can work their way out, and I will be back to put that in the oven. Okay, this has sat for about 10 minutes and it's all way down here, so it's not even really covering the rocks yet. So I'm going to cure it, and I'll probably do another layer that goes just over the rocks, cure that, and then fill the rest. It's a slow process, but it works. Okay, so this cured for about 10 minutes. And now we're going to add some more. Put a decent amount in there, and I'm going to let it roll around so it kind of covers the rocks. Then I'll let it set for 5 or 10 minutes, and then I'll put it back in the oven or sunlight for 10 minutes. Then once we get that little bit, as long as the rocks are covered, because that's where the air bubbles are coming up through, is the rocks. Once we have that covered, then you should be able to fill up the rest of the way after that sets. Okay, this is how it looks so far. I'm not seeing any air bubbles or any kind of pockets. That's good. Now we should be safe to add the rest of the resin. And again, I will let this sit for 5 to 10 minutes before putting it outside or putting it in the UV oven. want to make sure if there's any areas that didn't have the rock covered, there's no air bubbles that sneak up through there. It's pretty full. There's that huge air bubble on top, but I can pop that with a toothpick, or it might eventually just rise up and pop by itself, but we're gonna let that sit here for a minute. I'll cure it and I'll be back to show you the final product. So this is how it turned out. There is one little air bubble kind of alongside the fish, somehow crept in there. It's hard to kind of see it though. It's almost like a straight line that goes in front of the fish, so it's not too bad. But other than that, yeah, just like a little itty bitty air bubble. Turned out pretty good. If you guys want to see us get the rest of this collection, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned.